Hey, welcome back, guys. It's Joshua Sohn, and we're on actually a new platform with Twitch, and I'm actually still on YouTube Live as well. But this is a nice little experiment for today as far as this episode goes. Right now, I can see a message. I just put the word starting now. I just want to make sure things are popping up correctly so I can read messages from both YouTube Live and also from Twitch. So I'm really excited about getting this set up situated. I wouldn't haven't been able to do this if it weren't for Vienna Ensemble Pro actually. So as you can see in my setup, everything you see on this screen is my primary computer. And then on the other side of, I have another computer that it's networked to, and all of my samples are offloaded onto the secondary computer. So that's basically my new setup. As far as chats and things like that, great. It looks like you can see and hear. Thank you. Sorry, I have to lean over to read the name. I wish. Wait, let me see if I can zoom in better. Tim. Hey, Tim. How's it going? Thank you for letting me know. All right. So we are going to start with a new episode on the sample library called Omen. And I'd like to showcase Omen as well as other libraries when I can, just because I think they deserve some love. And, you know, with certain libraries that aren't so mainstream, it's also good to showcase those really talented sample developers out there. So this company is no exception. It's from the company Silence and Other Sounds. And let me actually load up the website. This is Omen. As you can see here, you can listen to samples from their website. It came out not too long ago. I want to say maybe in the last couple months or a few months back. And this is a perfect library for ritual voices, epic war chants. They recorded a lot of different throat singers, both male and female, as you can see here, with Tuvan style, Sardinian style, Nordic, Slavic, and so on. So I'll go ahead and play you guys a little bit of that, and then we'll kind of see what's under the hood. Okay, so it's a little ditty I made in the last 20 minutes or so. It's really fun to just play around with. As you can see, there's not a lot of tracks happening, but it still sounds really full. The sounds are really high fidelity. So I'm really digging the sounds from this library, and you can see where the applications you can use for it. So let me go actually ahead. Sometimes you know, as much as I like looking at one camera and talking, my neck kind of hurts after a while, so I actually made a different setup here. So when I'm talking for a while, I'll probably just do it more straight out. That way it's a little easier for me to just think and not think about neck pain and stuff. So Omen is, let's go ahead and open up one of these tracks. Omen is a contact library, as you can see here. And from here, I have 8 different patches you can choose from. The VL01 in the beginning of this track, 01VL stands for vocal layers. And then they actually have snapshots. So if you go over here, you can open up different types of snapshots. So I can go ahead and go over those in a little bit. I'll just play a little bit from this current one I'm on. And let me just make sure this is working. All right, so that's the first vocal layer. It's a very powerful type of instrumentation that combines 2 different sounds, so you can do a lot of things at once. The Rhythmic Chants is another patch. And as you can see here, you got different colors signifying different things. And as you can see here, there's 3 layers that are playing, and it actually gives you a visual play if you open up the GUI, and you can see how that goes. You can actually reverse that. Let's see how that goes. So that's kind of cool. There's a lot of different ideas that you can come up with that. There's also a root key button right here, as you can see, so you can change the key right away. So just pressing the same sample trigger, but changing the key without having to, change any of this up here. That's really nice. I mean, it is much like a pitch knob. They even have that, as you can see here. But the root key probably has some other features. I didn't really read the manual or anything, so I'm just kind of, I like touching knobs. I like to experiment, but I'm just guessing out loud here that the root key does something a little bit more particular. So I would say that's a really cool feature, and I think that might be in the other one. Let's see here. Maybe not. Well, maybe in one of these windows there are, but I don't see it. Okay, so rhythm chant. Let's see if the other patches have some kind of root key button that changes those pitches as well. Let's see here. Okay, so the third patch is called the Phrase Builder, and in particular, the Phrase Builder War. All right, and if you're familiar with any type of the builders type patches that sample libraries make, a lot of times when you see like a single green button, I mean, it could be a different color, but a lot of times it's green, and then you have all these other triggers that are triggering each of these grids. Generally, this plays all of them in sequence. And that is a fairly complex way of creating stuff by just triggering one loop type of thing and have it go. Of course, you can make it go faster. As you can see here, you have quarter notes and half notes, and there's also probably some randomized features. Oh, there's a length right here, as you can see. Oh, okay, so the length just makes these shorter. So if I wanted to build a phrase from scratch, I could do that nice and easy. Okay, so let's move on, shall we? And it looks like here Kerwin's on the line. Hey, Kerwin, good to see you, man. Long time no see, my friend. So moving to the phrase builder sorcery, it's the same idea. Let's go and find that button. All right, so I'm just checking it out here. There's no snapshot on this one, and I might have to go back and see if I missed something, but there was a snapshot for the vocal layer, and I might be missing maybe a snapshot in some of these other ones, but you get the idea. You can actually just create your own custom ones from scratch, and that would be a lot of fun. We might mess around with that today. Let's see what else we have going on. Now we're at the halfway point. The 5th patch here is the vocal horns. Super cool. I love it. Moving on, let's go to the growls and whispers. All right. Again, just I love these sounds. You can't really find these anywhere unless you're specifically finding something like this. And vocal, particular vocals like this are hard to come by. Let's look at sentences. Sentences probably similar to what I would think the phrase builders are. And I just realized I got to get used to the camera thing. I've always only used one camera, but I'm slowly upgrading, as you can see. So I probably was looking at this camera, but I realized the camera's right here. So anyways, so sentences, let's go ahead and press play.
Mine olkas sar
Ashken Sidaru came Suk Yodini Igda Agenda Igda
Thank you, Kerwin. It looks like my my sound dropped. I just muted myself. Sorry about that. What I was just saying is I was just double checking something on my end with the notes, but yep, I see messages. Great. Sounds like Klingons ordering off the menu. Yeah, yeah. They're definitely some Klingon feel to those growls. It's really cool. What I was saying before I realized I was muted is this is the bonus percussions patch. Really dig the percussion that I heard when I was playing around with this. So when let's see, if you look at these, there are probably 1 or 2 notes for each zone that I picked from. So if you look over here with the red, blue, and the light blue, I'll go and solo this. Okay, sounds great. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of selections in terms of drums, but that's a really a nice bonus. And I'm not hating it. I'm really digging the sounds. It's very solid. I think in conjunction with other sounds in your libraries, it would work great. And I think it is nice to have that for something like this, where you just showcasing this track as a standalone. So let's go ahead now. As I was starting this track, I can kind of build off of this track for today. I think that would be fun. And then we can also look into that phrase builder a little bit more and see if there's something we can do with that. So with my streams, if you guys are new to this, just letting you know that I try to make a new track within a session. Sometimes they're more like a series where I'll start it and then there's like a part 2, part 3. Generally, I spend about 2 hours. Sometimes I go over. And if I am able to finish in a session, that's a win. If it's something that has to go on and continue, that's fine too. But I just do this on a weekly basis. So for me, this is kind of like a nice R&D session where I can mess around with different things and just do my thing. And as you guys watch, if you have any questions, you guys can just ask it, and I'll try to get to you when I can. So let me actually change my camera angle now so that I'm back to where I'm used to talking. And so I'm doing a lot of multitasking today, so forgive me if my brain is all over the place. Okay, so first off, let's go back to the beginning. Okay, so I'm just kind of refamiliarizing myself with the sound. I think what the notes I played was in G, if I'm not right. Okay, so all right, that's one thing. Also, I should mention that these notes are kind of low on the keyboard. So if you have, let's say, a 49 key or mine's a 61 here, but you know, 88 is better, of course. But if you're on a limited surface, a lot of these notes are kind of low. So um, I might want to mess with that right now before going on, just because I think it'd be nice to not have to keep pressing the octave key all the time. So this is just a fun little tip for the day. So if you guys are always pressing that octave key, what you can do is you can go down into the MIDI modifiers on each of these instrument tracks or MIDI tracks, and you can transpose them. What I'll do is let's go -24. And when this purple light kicks on, it means that you did something to one of these panels here. So then, if I now press my low C1, as you can see, it's triggering this C instead of the one 2 octaves higher. So now I can do that. I should probably do that for all of these because I think all of them don't really go that low, and that would be actually nice to have. So let's just do that real quick. I'm not sure if you can do multiple edits with this by pressing, let me -24, by pressing the Alt Shift button, but let's try. Nope. Okay, so let's just do this on all of them. I think -24 should be enough to hit the lowest key on each of these triggers. Right. Okay. That way I can duplicate these tracks if I need to and load up different snapshots like for the vocal layers. So let's actually go to that idea right now. So I'm going to double this track and let's just call it blank for now. There you go. And what we'll do is let's go ahead and see what other sounds we can go from there. So now we're going to look into snapshots a little bit, explore on a deeper front of all these vocal layers. I'm just scratching the surface. There's so much that you can do on this from what I was reading. So, but let's just find some good sounds first. Okay, yeah, it's that one's interesting. I'm wondering if that's something we should try. Let's look at two Von tails. Okay, so we're gonna mix around this sound with the other one that I just did. And now that we have different patches loaded up here, let's go ahead and differentiate this with just different colors so that we know how that goes. So okay, I just realized I probably have to change all these guys out to 2 octaves higher now since I did the modification. Okay, now it's working. So going back to this guy, let's try muting this. I really like that. Let's try this sound now and see if this can blend together. I'm thinking maybe not have it start at the same time, just as a build. Let's try that. Okay. So let's kind of kick that in just as an extra notch, just to help as it develops get louder, and we'll do something like that on that at front. So then let's try this right here. Great. I think that you can definitely hear it when it kicks in. It's very similar, but it's different. Different enough to kind of keep the interest going. So now let's go ahead and see what we can do to build off of that. I think this would be at this point it'd be good to look at other instruments. So as much as I love all these sounds, and we'll definitely come back to these sounds, but what I'd like to do is see if I can supplement these sounds with something else. So of course I have all my other sounds down here. There's a lot. It's kind of overwhelming to think, oh, okay, which one am I going to choose right off the bat? I think logically speaking, some kind of like a low drony sound that is like a pad in a sense would work. I forgot that I added a timpani right here. Oh, well, the timpani, as you can see, is not even loaded, so that's good. Let's just turn that on right now. Okay, so that'll also add something there. I do have some pads, things like that, but I don't think I have anything actually programmed in here in my template. That's something I'm going to have to work on in the near future. So let's just think here for a second. I think a drony string sound would be kind of cool. And because Tuvan type throat singing is Mongolian and Tibet based, I believe, let's look into some Mongolian strings. I think there's one called the Morin Khuur. I'm not sure if I'm saying that wrong, right or wrong, but let's turn this guy on. Okay, and let's see if I hold a G, give it a second. Okay, so that is probably more of a cello range. So what I'll need to do is find the basic chord, and let's load up both of these actually. Okay, give that a second as well for that to load. Also, let's see here. Let me just make sure that my messages and stuff is coming through. So I am going to check one thing. Sorry, I'm still I'm still learning a bunch of things here. Okay, so yeah, as far as anything else is concerned, I think my my Twitch and my YouTube are jiving together. I'll keep an eye out. Okay, now let's focus back on this. So this is a bass core. And for some reason, this is not kicking in. Let's see here. Okay, so now I have a weird text stuff that I need to look into. This is being on Sound Pro. Okay, looks like I have this linked to the wrong thing. So let me go ahead and turn this guy on. Enable channel. So this is a fix that I'll need to make on in my own time, but let's see if I can. Okay, so now that I have that on, let's try a little bit of that. Cool. So I'm going to play around with that a little more. Hey Sergio Prondo, it's good to see you, my friend. I am having some stuff today with these little text stuff. Let's see. Let me just make sure I can get this going. This is a weird fix, but my fader doesn't seem to want to connect right away. Now it's working. Let's try that again. Weird. I'm not really. I can kind of hear it, but not. Oh, interesting. It's there. It's just kind of masqueraded by everything else. Interesting. Let's try. That is so weird. Maybe I need to go start a little louder, and I think I'll want to start it right with everything else. Great. All right, so I think what we need to do here is change the tone right at bar 9, and let's put a little of a crescendo here. What we can do is make the drums a little bit busier. So we have this. Let's just let's give this a little backbeat. Why not? Like that. And let's bring this over. All right, let's hear it in context. I think we need one there as well. And I think these are velocity sensitive, so if I do that, it'd probably be louder. Okay, I think the crescendo there might be a little too harsh, so let's do that. But we could probably add some fader dynamics instead, so let's do that. All right, there's some rushing going on. Not terrible, but what I'll do is let's do a soft quantize. Okay. All right. Great. Things are jiving a little bit more. Should we just move on? Let's actually, instead of going percussion and focusing too much on layering, let's find a different element that would add some crescendo on top of that. The best thing here would probably just be doing some fading and just crescendoing that way. So let's go back to this one and see what we can do. Okay, so let's just do a crescendo pass. Okay, now this is where we can add some other chant and just for a sparse moment. Nothing yet. Let's keep experimenting. Okay, so I just realized something. There's this la, that la, whatever that's triggering on the note E, and then D sharp 4 is also doing it, but it's like a longer version. I'm just gonna mute it and get out of the way. But I think if I did this, it kind of makes it more exciting. So we're just what's that word where you're making things more condensed and like twice as fast. I think there's it's not augmentation, it's reduction. You're reducing it in half. So let's try something like this.
Low, la, low, la, low, la, low, la. Low, la. Low, la, low, la, low, la,
So you get the idea. I think I jumped the gun and need to actually do this. Okay, and we'll do a little crescendo on these with velocity as well. Little subtle stuff. Okay, I don't want to go too big or too layered today. I want to just kind of focus mainly on this library. Okay, so then let's see what else we can find. Any golden nuggets or hidden gems that we can find that would really spice this moment up. So I think we might have to go back to one of these two, the rhythmic chants, and find something here that could work. Let's see. I'm just looking at this window, and if you can see here, some of them have different tabs. This one just looks like one window. So I think it's nice to put a little bit of a higher voicing on this part, either in the chants or the vocal layer again. So let's start with that idea. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right. I think we're good. I thought I psyched myself out. I thought this track was already being used. Here we go. I think we found a winner. It's actually that one right there. I think we have to wait, huh? So I have to make that happen a little bit later around here. Even one more, maybe right there. I kind of like it starting on measure 7, like right at the start. So what I'd like to see is maybe loop it on the first bar, and hopefully it seamlessly loops over. Let's see. Okay, that works. So we're gonna have to do that, and then I'm just gonna do a vocal pass on that, or volume pass. I mean. Keep in mind there are no reverbs added into this right now, so we could do a lot of cool things with the production side with reverbs, and I think I'll do that right now just to kind of get a glimpse of choices we're gonna have to make with the panning and reverb. So what I actually got this plugin. I think it was during Black Friday. I can't remember. Maybe it was President's Day, but I highly recommend this plugin. It acts a lot like Valhalla Shimmer. Although I think this one came first. The black hole preset I use a lot nowadays, and it works really well for stuff like this. Let's hear.
Humma yumma humma humma yumma humma yumma.
So that's really cool, but if we put even more of a mix in, I think even better. Let's try again.
Humma yumma humma humma yumma humma yumma.
Very cool. All right, so now we're at a point where I can start getting or hiding some tracks. So let's do the hide disabled. All right, so this one is playing a little bit longer than I want. Okay, so we're adding a crescendo there. I think overall it's getting there. As I was talking about the panning though, let's see what we could do here. I do have two of these tracks now loaded up. I wonder if we can do that whole ha with left right panned. That would be kind of cool. So let's do this. I was really not thinking too much ahead on this when I was going quickly. So I think I'm just going to delete this, duplicate it, and then let's move one of these to the right slightly. Well, not too much hard pan, but enough where we can hear it. I'd probably go 61 on each. Okay. I do have some stock reverb sends I can add this to. Might as well do that. Let's go -20. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to mute the one side and do the opposite for the same side or the other one.
Low, la, low, la, low, la.
All right, and then this rhythmic chant will be in the middle. Let's also, oops, did not want that. Let's just put this more towards the middle. So we're going to narrow the image, do -50, 50, like that. This one too, let's go, I'm thinking -75. Oops. I want a little bit wider image on this one, and then this one kind of more in the center. Let's hear that. Yeah. Okay, I think we got that going. Um, that's that's pretty fun. We also have this jade instrument, the ethnic orchestra jade, a bass core ensemble. I think also let's look at solo strings. I think there was something else that we can use that would be fun. We're kind of going a little more Eastern ethnic. Mm, I don't even know, Viking, something something dark in that realm. Um, I think it's really fun. I think if we find something not too obvious, we can try to make this more in the fantasy realm that just fits in like Middle Earth even. Um, string chore. This one is pretty cool. Let's try this one here. I think this is a one. If I can remember how it sounds. Okay, I think we're almost there. I'm gonna add two more things and see, let's see if that's enough to get us by. So first off, the drums need a crescendo as well. So perhaps here we can change the rhythm to be more busy sounding. Okay, so I think that might have solved the problem. There was another cool sound I heard though. It's that like that jingly sound. The, I mean, that's kind of cool, but you know, I have other jingles I could use. So let's go to Finkel. Let's go to tambourine, and let's do one of these tamburikas or even doombecks. Tambourine, just a nice, good old tambourine. I have a few different ones. I'm thinking something a little bit more dry sounding in your face. So let's load up all these and find which one's the best. Yeah, as far as this track is going, I think once we get this part down, it'd be nice to contrast this with something perhaps busier, like faster drums, something. So, anyways. Maybe a little louder. Let's try again. All right, yeah, I think volume-wise that's good. So then we play that from here with revisiting the drums. You know, I stopped at 4. 4, yeah, is that, yeah, the 4 downbeat. So let's add one more. And I think we have a nice little sound. A whoosh sound would be in order, I think, and then we can move on. Yeah, I think we're good. So let's find a nice whoosh sound to carry us through to the next part. We have lots of different whooshes. Let's try this one. Give it a second. That's kind of cool, actually. A little too early. Let's try right on bar 8. Oh, and also I like to do this so you guys can see which bar I'm on. I didn't hear anything because I think I made the volume too soft. Yeah, let's try that again. Let's find a different whoosh sound. Okay, great. The timpani also can add some drama to this. So as the bass drum is kind of kicking off in eighth notes, I could do something similar here. Okay, I think we got that down. For the most part, I'm really digging where this is leading. I just don't know where what we'll do on the second part, but um, let's figure out with drums first. I think drums is a good way to get inspired, so let's start there. All right. Hope that's a fun little groove. Let's see here. Hope that'll really kick things off. So what I could do then is put a little accent on the beginning of each one. It's already at a tippy top, but let's see here. I could also do something like this, give it just a little more juice. Okay, cool. Wow. I mean, again, these are nice loops to begin with. You can sound like a genius when the loops are designed in such a way that it's so easy to play and experiment with just changing around a few sounds here and there. But major props, kudos more to the developers here from Silence and Other Sounds for making cool sounds. So the idea again was we're trying to uh, pass the baton, so to speak, to measure 9 on a new section right here. Call this just the B section. How about that? And on our B section, drums are busier, and we're going to probably even add more drums and some kind of drone to accompany that. Let's just keep going. Okay. You know, after listening to the kick a little bit more, I might change the kick pattern slightly. Okay, I think that's gonna sound better. Let's go back to what we're doing that lock. And also, let's cut out that sound that's happening there. Oh, it's right here. This whoosh. Let's just get out of there sooner. You know what? That's why it kind of sounded weird. It wasn't releasing. Well, it should release on the downbeat of 1. So that was just tailed out for some reason. Anyways, let's go back to what we were doing. You shouldn't hear that whoosh sound anymore. Okay, and then one more thing is this tamburica that I have. This probably would work well with this idea. So let's actually just copy that over and find corresponding sounds. This is my least favorite part when editing is doing these tedious things. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, it's getting there. So, just even adding the drums alone is really cool, and we're kind of in this like tribal, uh, ritual, tribal type of meditation state. I'm just checking here with my reverbs. Okay. I'm just messing around. I think more appropriate would be something like this. Let's double that bass line with a kick. So this is the kick line. Let's just bring that over here. Something like that. And then let's just do it all on the same note. Let's see if we can transfer that to a different one, something like this. Yeah, okay, so just finding the right combinations here. I like where that bass Khuur was at. What do you guys think? I don't think orchestra would be a good fit for this, to be honest. Not with the way it's going. I think it would just kind of sound off to just introduce it right there. Although maybe a solo orchestral instrument, excuse me, would be a better fit. I'll keep playing around with that. I think we're almost there. We're laying the bed foundation to get the vocals to sound a certain way, and this is where we could do that phrase builder. I think that would be kind of fun. All right, so how are we doing on time here? Okay, we're good on time. I think once we get this second part down, it'd be fun to play it from the beginning and see how that sounds. Okay, so we got some bass going bum 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 bum. We got drums kicking in full gear. There another instrument that was playing. So we had this one, And we had this one, which is now playing the staccato. Okay, I think we got it. I think that's an interesting line. I don't know. I think I'll sit on it some more. I'll meditate on it some more. So let's look at now what we could do with that. So that's the bed. Again, nothing too complicated. It's we have like two elements going. Got a bass line and we got this little like patty drone sound that's just sustaining throughout. We can mix this a little better too. I don't know. There's something about the tone of this I like, but we could maybe do something. I don't know, with the panning or auto pan, something. We'll experiment slightly around the end there with that and see if we can do some auto pan. I don't know. There's something we could do there. I know we can make that a little more interesting. So let's now look at the chants in more detail and also these phrase builders. Let's start with the phrase builder.
Shadow God, Ish, Rash, Ignorant, Demaka, Hatsuhu, Ignorant, Kleidulu, Hatsu, 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 Hatsu.
That's weird. Not sure what's playing this. I thought these triggered each individual note. So like the first one triggers Yush. That's what I thought, but it doesn't seem that way. I'll keep looking here. I see. So these trigger all of the sounds. It's not in any particular order, I don't think. So what that means then is these will be triggered accordingly to the grid that I have. So let's just go simple first, like this.
Ish! Ish! Hatsuhu! Demaka! Ignorant! Jodanu! Jodanu! Kleidulu! Kleidulu! Luckily!
Maybe more individual notes where they just go hoo, coo.
Ka! Rush! Shock! Low!
This is so fun. Okay, this might not be the best or appropriate thing for what we're doing, but I think you guys get the idea when it comes to building that. You can come up with some cool ideas. This war phrase builder is probably more suited for like a war scene or something, right? So, or as Longacre was saying earlier, a Klingon feast or even a battle, Klingon battle of some sort, right? So let's go to this other one. And I might need to make a new one, actually. So let's just duplicate this one further. All right, and then let's just call this the C. Why not? Okay, let's open this guy up. Same thing. Keep it simple. Let's just start building from scratch like this. Also, I noticed the panning is to the right. Let's just change that. Okay, let's see what we have. We got a lot more to choose from here.
Jol, 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 do. Annie, 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 Annie. Huh, huh. Le, sha, sha.
I think we found our first syllable. Okay, so sha. Now let's find this next thing. Let's change the length. There you go. So now you have a darker line on that row. Let's see here.
Sha, 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 sha. Sha.
All right, so let's just do some repetition. Do the sha again. Oh, oh, there we go. Okay, so then we have sha, shan, sha. Let's fill this in with something else. Interesting. So some of the rhythms are different. Like the sha key was like one and, so instead of going like 1 2, so we might want to try 2 just to play around with some ideas and make these quarter notes. And sha. Let's start with sha and then go to something else and see how that sounds. Like before we did true do, so that can be sha tu true do, sha true do, something like that. Let's see if that works. Oh, I did that wrong. Sha ki tu do. All right, let's try that. I kind of like continuing that sh sound, the frontal sh at the fourth line right here. So let's try a Scheinheim, see how that sounds. And this is where sometimes phrase builders don't always work well because there's a little bit like an inherent delay on the attack for some of these. You might be able to fix that in some of the editor windows. I'm not sure, but that could be a problem. This is where you have to like split up the these instrument tracks even more, duplicate them, maybe do something with the this thing right here, which I already have. I timed this already -175 on these 3, as you can see. So yeah, there's some inherent timing stuff. As you can see here, there's the timing row or column, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking like offset, sample offset, something like that. I don't see that here per se, so unfortunately that's something you might have to do further to customize and make sure the timing works the best. Okay, let's keep playing around though. Let's try something like that. I think this would still work really well. And let's put that on downbeat. Wrong key. Okay, so as you can hear, it works, but the timing is not exactly where it should be. So, um, unfortunately, I don't know if there's anything I could do there because everything is playing off of just one note. Um, what would be cool? Maybe they have this. I don't know. Maybe they don't. But it would be cool is if each one of these individually had um, a timing inherent to, like a knob that has inherent to each one that has an off sample start. I think that would fix my issue with this. Although it sounds great, it's just more the implementation part that could be better. So let's go ahead and do this then as an alternative. We might have to find each sound and just drag them to where it needs to be. I really like that combination, to be honest. So let's see if we can mess around and get that to sound that way with just using these notes up here. All right, found the first two. Let's find the last two. So Kai and Trudeau.
Lo shan and gani kuni shaki chain and hula hula okin le okun lu laki kanda gandel hani ho hande wadule engeli engela ankui yanda hule hula shame aim shaki kuni gani only on any joldu 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 shan sha joldu la kai ka 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 an okay.
Okay, I found the last one. So Kai and Trudeau we found. So let's add that in.
Kai joldu sha shan sha kai joldu sha shan sha kai joldu
The only thing that doesn't sit well with me is that Trudeau because it's actually I was just hoping it end on Trul. I can shorten it, or I could just find a different substitute, which I think would work better. So let's try.
la ka kai la sha shan sha kai la
And sometimes the samples will rush ahead, and that's only because it's only rushing ahead. Actually, it doesn't make sense if it rushes ahead normally, but it rushes ahead because I already pulled this 175. So that this sample actually sits probably more on the beginning of the trigger. It's just these other ones are timed a little bit more delayed. So yeah, that's why it's rushing. So now I have to compensate for that and push that ahead. All right. So now that we have this, we can sort of play around and build these ideas again using something like this in the past. But maybe different words and, you know, and it doesn't have to be this per se. It could be something else. But let's just see if we can make do with this idea that I just have, and find different words for that. Okay, I'm play around with just listening to these three together and see how it sounds. Sorry. Okay, let's try this now. Okay, now with the sha, I think what we'll do is, depending, maybe keep it here and then lengthen it another round. But I kind of heard some other things that were pretty cool that I think we'll add to this a little bit. So, and that would sort of build and build, and we can do another type of crescendo, or not sure how it'll end, but this will carry us over to the ending somehow. So let's see.
Shaki, Ankui, Engeli, Ande, Hanio, Kandeli, Kendali, Okunlu, Okinlegi, Lakini, Okunlu Adul, Engela, Engela, Engela. Angela, Angela, Angela.
All right, let's try adding some timpani in here now. All right. Yeah, just lower the velocities a bit. Now, let's see what we have here. We have timpani. I think somewhere here we should change up the part to just be busier or layered to make bigger. So I do have this here. Let's see. That's kind of fun. Anyways, as that's, I think some kind of, yeah, higher string sound would be in order. Let's see. Let's look at the bass line too. I think what I'm hearing, there should be like a more of a low end. So let's see here. Is that working? It's not working. Let's turn that on, make sure it's working. Oh, that one's not working for some reason. Let's double check here, shall we? So this is loaded. Okay, so there's something around here. Classic. I don't think there's... there's something with my licensing, I bet, that's not letting this work. Yeah, so I'll have to look into that further. That's fine. I have other ones. So let's minimize this guy. Let's go here. I bet even something like this. I guess it's really in the range of the timpani there, so that's another thing. Okay. The only other idea would be synth bass, which would work really well, like a synth drone. Let's see what we have rather than synth drone. Let's look at these Sfx Vocal Horns or some growls to sort of use as a substitute for that. And now what I realize is I'm kind of just getting rid of all of this, really, this nice body of sound here. What if I just move that over here and see how that sounds? Okay. That's what we need. On top of that, though, that one of these vocal horns was really cool, and I think we can do something there as well. So let's keep that going. Okay, let's finish this off. So I have just a couple ideas to vary this a bit. So this one it tails off pretty cool. This is just a happy accident or discovery that I have for this particular sound. So I'm going to automate this. I don't have a lot of movement, so it's like I only have 6 decibels, which gives me plenty of room. I can try that first. Let's save, make sure that in case something weird happens after the automation. That happens sometimes here in Cubase. Let's try this. There we go. I think that's good. So that, and then I don't think. Let's listen to this one too. Okay, as you can hear, that one cuts off pretty quick. So what we'll do is we'll give it some tail on the reverb side. That's better. Okay. All right, and then what do we have in other notes? Let's try this one. This one is longer for some reason, so let's make that, and then maybe we'll add one more to this, but shorten it, of course, like that. On this one, we can make it longer though. Right. Okay. And then, of course, our timpani and other instruments here. Let's just put this in. Finish it off. Log drums. These are all pretty easy. Just make sure that they are extended out here. Okay, so easy. Easy. Oop, let's glue this together. Glue this together. Okay, let's look at bass. Got one note here. Let's make this a staccato. Okay, that's fine. And then this one, timpani. So we can also put some crescendo accent on that. Okay. All right. Dun 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 dun. These two are hand in hand, kind of doing the same stuff. Let's see if we can also make the ending a little more obvious just by just changing up the ending slightly for these drums. All right, and so in addition, let's just add more of that here. So we got boom, 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 dun, 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 dun. Okay, almost there. So this thing needs to be automated more somehow. So we could automate in the pre-gain as well. Let's do that. And I'm thinking here maybe we can just decay this. I hear like a extra sound, undesired sound that has like is part of the loop, I think. So we gotta get rid of that. I think that's it. So, without further ado, let's hear from the beginning. And if anything, this is a nice sketch starting point to making something even more epic. But I could see this in a game. I could see this in a certain scene in a TV show like Vikings, for instance. Yeah, just this is a functional track that could work in a lot of different settings, I would say. So let's try pressing play, and here we go. Okay, so there you go. That is Omen for you. Omen by Silence and Other Sounds. Check it out sometime. Really cool library. Of course, we supplemented this with other sounds. If you guys are curious, I'll mention them off real quick. We have here, besides the Omens up here, we have Cineperk, Timpani, we have Jade Ethnic Orchestra by Stress Off Sampling, and that's the string chore and the bass Khuur. More Cineperk, Cinesamples, and Cinesamples. Damage 2 to end it off with some whoosh sounds. I think this could use like a gong hit at 9 as well, afterthought. But for the most part, I'm really happy with the way it goes. And let's just do this again next week. I hope everyone here was able to watch this through both Twitch and YouTube Live. Be sure to like, subscribe, the video platform equivalent. So I don't know in Twitch if you call it like, and if you call it subscribe or follow me. And with YouTube, of course, like and subscribe. My name is Joshua Sohn. It's a pleasure to see you, and I will see you next time. Take care, guys.